This
Ready for,
conference will now be recorded.
I'm assuming all of you are ready for changing your mindset and bringing the cultural changes in your team. That means all this team coming together as one team now, and they should be ready for automations, bringing the right amount of understanding, communication, integrations, and working for the organization's wastage and pain areas. So with that, I'm introducing you one URL which will help you to how to bring the transformation with with tools actually. So here I'm specifying only few tools, okay, but we do have a multiple tools for it. So a lot of tools are there. I don't want you to get lost in the tools. So people start feeling that which tool I should learn, which tools I should not learn. This is like a big things actually. So don't get lost in the tools sections. Okay, don't get lost in tool sections. Only the focus on the problems and one tool. For example, start with understand the SDLC cycle, learn one planning tool, one programming, one versioning, one code analysis, one build management, one unit testing, one package management, one repository management, one for deployment, container, AT, CC, CI. This is the production tools. You know, learn one tool out of which Chef, Puppet, and Sybil, all this thing. So these are the automation tools which you have it. Okay. So with that, I would like to teach you something, the something which is called CI/CD. Have you heard about this? CI/CD?
Continuous
Yes,
integration,
sir.
continuous development.
Yes, heard about
Yes.
that.
Yeah. So what is CI? I'll not complicate too much because we have a limited time now. So CI means, simple way I'll put it up. CI means automated build plus automated testing and getting a immediate feedback. That's called CI, immediate feedback. If you are not getting immediate feedback, this is not CI. So it's automated testing. Remember that. Many people, what they do, automated build, immediate feedback, that they call it CI. No, it should be testing also. So here CI means you have multiple phases. You see, are you comfortable with these phases, right? All of you? Hello? Yeah, guys, request you to mute yourself if you're not speaking because we can hear the some of the background noise, which is really creating a trouble for all of us. Yeah. So here, this is phases of SDLC cycle. These are the teams which we have in SDLC cycle, and these are the tools we use in the SDLC cycle. So many tools. We just now I showed you some of the tools, but we have so many tools actually for
Peter,
ratio
can you mute
collaboration.
yourself?
Let me mute him. Probably he's not on desk. Yeah. So we have so many teams, so many phases, and so many tools also is there. Collaboration tool, planning tool, issue tracking tool, monitoring tool, configuration management tool, source code control tool, dev environment, CI, CD, repo management, build management, packaging management. So many tools we have. So what is needed? So another question is, how can we integrate all the SDLC's phases automatically? Automatically is important, okay? How can we integrate all the team and work automatically? And how can we integrate a tool actually automatically? How can we do integration? That's see, if you want to implement the DevOps, right? So integration was there. I hope you remember. Integrate at understanding all this thing. Here you see integration. Third, understanding and communication. You only said integration. I'm talking about right now. So how can you integrate all these phases, tools, and teams? That process we call CI. Okay, so here you see that this is the good image. Code plus automated build plus automated integration, we call it agile development. That is agile development. Code plus automated build plus automated integration plus automated testing, we call it a CI, continuous integration. Code plus automated build, automated integration, automated testing, automated release, we call it continuous delivery. Continuous deployment, the automated build, automated integration, automated test, automated release, automated deployment to the production, call it CD, continuous deployment. Things which operate from the code to deployment overall with the right understanding, collaboration, integration, blah, 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 is called DevOps. So in order to do the DevOps, you have to first do the agile development, then CI, then CD, and then CD. And the moment you achieve the CD, probably you are at the right stage of DevOps. Are you understanding, guys, all of you?
Unmuted.
Yeah.
CD means continuous deployment, isn't it?
No, it has a delivery also.
Oh, okay. Delivery and deployment. Okay.
Yeah. So you will ask me one question: what is the difference between delivery and deployment? Correct? Anyone have answer for it? Let me share that. Anyone would like to tell what is the difference between delivery versus deployment?
The
So,
delivery is just to make the packages and complete the war file like that. And deployment is just to make this in a real-time deployment in a production server.
Yeah, I'll put it in my way. Let's say, Sandhya, you are coming to me. Let's say you are my manager, okay? And you're coming to me and saying that Rajesh, today morning we had a build, and can you deploy to the production? See, I did not deploy. You are asking me to deploy. And if I say yes, I can deploy, that means you have reached to the continuous delivery. That means you are projecting the position where you can deliver if needed. But if I say no, it's not ready, still development is going on or bug fixing going on, it's not ready, then you are at the CI level. CI means CI allow failures, but you should have immediate feedback. But CD, success of CI is called CD, continuous delivery. Okay, so that's called continuous delivery. But in case of continuous deployment, I am not asking, no one is asking no one. If CI passes, deploy to the production, no one is asking no one. This is an extreme state of automation, and that means automated build, automated integration, automated testing, automated release, automated deployment, whole things together is called DevOps. Are you understanding, all of you? So let me show you one picture for you understand. See here, delivery versus deployment. See the difference. Here, after the 80, someone is asking to deploy into the production. That's called delivery. That means you have a package available, but not deploying. But in a deployment, you do everything automatically in the production. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes.
yeah, Raju.
Yes.
You mean to say like continuous delivery is like something after completion of CI, we need to deploy manually. That's it, right?
Yes. The CI, success of CI is CD, continuous delivery. That means that's what I
Yeah,
said,
I
no, simple
understood.
way. Yeah.
Understood.
If you have a package ready for delivery, but you're not deploying, that's the point you reach is called CD. But if you deploy it without anyone's approval, it's called deployment, continuous deployment.
Yeah, thank you, Rajesh.
Okay, so these are the terminologies which we have, and so on. So CI, CD, a lot of images and all. I think this is more or less a jargon slowly. This is a CD which Argo CD. Okay, Argo CD, I think I'm discussing in SRE and all stuff like that. So yeah, so many concepts is there. Nowadays, I'll tell you on top of it one thing. Everything they call it a DevOps. You know, in the marketing, every website of the product development company you go, they'll say this is DevOps, this is DevOps, this is DevOps, this is DevOps. So many definition of DevOps has come. So don't get lost. Ultimately, you remember the objective of organization and you set your mindset. You should be ready for everything. Simple. You should be ready for coding for infrastructure, CI/CD, operations, deployment, build, CI/CD automation, all these things. You should be ready for it. And if you have interest, you can code for the
Quick
product also
question.
or testing also. Okay.
Quick question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, in addition to the recording, do you have materials to read? Like I would like to really read something on this CI/CD pipeline.
Yes. Yes. All the blogs we have published at this place. So as per the topic of interest, for example, you want what is DevOps, for example. So here you have few materials which you can just go through, that recordings, you have slides, you have all this. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So now this is something. Now you must be having a question in your mind. Then what is SRE? So SRE, we have a one detailed discussions. When we start the SRE after the DevOps session, we'll have one detailed discussion. But I want to show you only one slide, which is very important for all of you. See here. Let me show you what is SRE. So only one slide. I'll not take much time. So earlier we had a development team. Development team means the include architect, developer, or testing team. We call it development team. And then operations team. Correct now? Correct? And this is pre-DevOps. Agree with me? All of you?
Yes.
Yes.
So business will ask operation team, hey, your site should be reliable, stable, and all stuff like that. But same team, same business means CTO, CEO, and same team, they ask development team, give me always new features as per the market. So development team like the changes, but operations team, because they want reliability and stability, they don't want the changes. So these two teams used to struggle a lot earlier. Okay, they were not working in a same environment, same place. They were not integrating much, actually, limited integration. What has happened? We had a development team who's doing the design, development, testing, and AT. And then we had an operations team who will do the support, maintenance, capacity. At some point during the delivery, they will meet and then consolidate information. They will not be in touch with each other every time. Agree with me, all of you? Different goals, different skill set, different tools, no common ground. Right? All of you? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, Rashesh.
Hello?
Yes.
We are audible.
Now, what we had, we got SRE. What is SRE then? So see, what they do, I put it in a simple way. The ops team, they transform into SRE team. Yes. Development team were development team. Ops team, they transform into the SRE team. Now we'll say, Rajesh, how ops team can transform into SRE team? So you need to do nothing but few things. First thing, you will be called SRE team when you start working with the development team during design, development, and acceptance testing. I said working, not like doing the things for them. No, you just to be collaborative, like what they are doing at the design stage. Same thing you will get information in SRE team. So that is something like integration, collaboration, communication, understanding. So ops team will work with during the design, development, acceptance testing with the development team, and same time engineering team also help them in terms of support and capacity planning. So this mode of working is called SRE. So that way we have a shared goal, overlapping skill set, consistent tools, and common basics. So if you really want to transform into SRE team, then these are the approach you have to do. You have to work with them, work with the development team, and they need to also work with this. So earlier they were isolated teams. Now you have to greater integration in place. So the moment you do that, you'll be called SRE team. Okay, and for that we have a many tools actually and stuff like that. Okay, so here you see this image. This is the DevOps team doing everything. One tool, I taught you. One thing, one team will do everything: design, development, testing, acceptance, delivery, support, maintenance, and capacity planning. Everything will be done by one team. In a SRE team, only this you'll be done. You'll be doing delivery, support, maintenance, capacity. Whereas during the design, development, acceptance, testing, you will work with the development team. Are you understanding the difference between DevOps and SRE? All of you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in a detailed way, we'll discuss in a different session, but for time being, you should know. And what is the goal for the SRE team? So goal for the SRE team is 3: eliminating toil, working to service levels, and managing failure. This is a very big topic actually. Toil means automation. Service level means SLA, SLO, maintaining those stuff, and avoid the failures, bringing scalability, stability, reliability into the system. So there are certain practices which we have, certain tool set we have. You need to work very closely with the engineering team and things like that. So this is a SRE. So how many people have enrolled for SRE in this session?
Myself, Kumar here.
Kumar, okay, good. So we'll have SRE after the DevOps. You learn all the tools, then I'll teach you SRE tools also. Now next thing is we have a DevSecOps. DevSecOps. So this also I want to show you only one slide. You will not have too much of trouble for it. Only one slide I want to tell you. So see, earlier what I said? Earlier is I said you need to do the coding for product, and then coding for the testing the product, and coding for the CI/CD operations, infrastructure, this, that, and all also, and that's called DevOps, right? It should be having one team. Then you will ask me, what is a DevSecOps? So you know what? DevSec, you have to add 4 lines. See, please hear me out clearly. You have to add one more line in DevSecOps. First thing, DevOps 3 lines will come, which is I am a DevOps engineer. I will code for the product. I will code for the testing the product. I will code for the CI/CD operation and infrastructure as well. And 4th point is I am ready for coding for the security practices also. Yes, in DevSecOps, you will write security practices every stage of software development. So for example, you will ask Rajesh, then okay, I want to implement the DevSecOps. What should I do? So first thing, you implement the DevOps, which we discuss. After that, you see these slides and then decide what you should do. So in order to implementing the DevSecOps, first thing, during the planning phase itself, you have to decide the threat modeling and coding standard. Okay, in the DevSecOps session, we'll discuss in detail. And then during this coding, you have to do the static code analysis. Then during the build, you have to do the vulnerability scanning also. During the testing, you have to do the penetration testing. During the release, you have to do the compliance validation. During the deployment, you have to do the code signing validation. And once operations, you have to do the security monitoring, detection, respond, and recover. So these all things in terms of security, you need to implement on top of the DevOps, and you will become a DevSecOps. Are you understanding, all of you?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
DevSecOps. So
Yes.
I don't know how many people have enrolled, but for DevSecOps, I will teach you all the DevOps tool which I discussed already. But here you have all security tools. How can you do that? See here, these are the threat model I'll teach you. These are the dashed tool I'll teach you. These are the CA tools will teach you. This is a RASP tool I'll teach you. They all are security related. WAF tool I'll teach you. This is the security securing the credentials and all and best practices and SRE. Okay, and then SRE, we have some tools which is Rancher, Ingo, Istio, Concern, security related, Prometheus monitoring, ELK, Opsgenie project, Rundeck, and after so these are all the tools will be covered as well. These are the very rare tool. I mean, this is a very good combination I've created. In fact, I'm still auditing this one. Okay, so I'm seeking little bit of suggestion from the some CTO of the organization, many organizations. So I'll revise this one and I'll few more tools also and here also. Okay, and this overall, what we call it, this whole thing's DevOps, SRE, DevSecOps. I call it, we call it Master in DevOps Engineering. In one go, those who are enrolled for the MD, I think MD 2 people are there, I guess. So those who are enrolled for MD, you will learn not 40 to 50 tools, but also no other uh, enrollment in your lifetime you have to do, and no other resources you need to look for it. Everything you will get it at LMS, unlimited access, lifetime. So this is the kind of things which we. So any questions, any doubts, anyone have?
One question from my side, Rajesh.
Yeah.
Like, do we need any experience for this DevSecOps?
No, this I told you guys. I'm teaching you from scratch. Yeah, I taught you awareness program concepts. Tomorrow I'll teach you platform like CentOS, Ubuntu, Workspace, backend. Then after that AWS, everything from scratch. So let's say if you have a 3 to 4 hours of session here and here and here and here, and after that 10 hours you practice, you perform the assignment, and you should be in a good position.
Okay, okay, thanks.
Okay, any other questions
So,
anyone have?
yeah, I have one question. So, actually, when I was going through some Docker YouTube videos and especially of this DevOps school. So, like when we are moving to advanced things like even in Docker or Kubernetes, there is more about networking concepts. So, how
Right.
much, like how much we need to know about networking for these DevOps practices?
See here, networking for Docker or networking for VMs or networking for this or that, it's a false assumption. Networking is networking, okay? And the same networking concept applied for physical server, same networking concept applied for virtual server, and same networking concept applied for containers. So don't differentiate. So if you know networking fundamental, you know switches, router, modem, gateways, route tables, IP tables, OSI model, TCP/IP model, and what are the protocols, what are the communications, all these things. If you know, then all this networking concept will work everywhere. Simple. So networking dedicated session we don't have as part of this, but in AWS we'll have a VPC setup. At that time, at a high level fundamental, we'll talk about it. But if you want to add it networking and all, so just study some of the networking fundamental courses and then it will help you. So unfortunately there's no dedicated networking sessions because no one wants to focus on those topics anymore until you have some specific requirement.
Okay, understood. So, like when we are moving for like live environments, so that is very, that is recommended, right? So, going through all these network practices, subnetting, everything.
Once you are become a, I'll tell you in a simple way, most of the application we are running in a cloud or container. So once you are into the 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 admin side of the cloud, then you should know the networking of cloud, or I mean networking and cloud networking and stuff. So those are things you know. Should know.
Okay. Actually, the reason for my question is, I just want to add this point here. Actually, the reason for my point is, uh, in our, I mean, like, I'm also a working professional, and we don't rely on the cloud networks. So even
Yeah.
ultimately, we want to build our VPCs inside like
So
private clouds.
So in AWS, that VPC topic is covered, and I will cover that anyway, subnet, VPC, and all stuff like that. But I will not teach you fundamental for the what is network, what is subnet, what is route table, and all stuff like that, because that's a different topics altogether. So I will send you some of the reading
Okay,
materials.
understood. So you cover the AWS services for networking, right?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Any
Manish,
other questions,
Okay,
guys?
thanks.
you be teaching Kubernetes, Terraform in detail, or it's just like an
Yeah. So see,
brief?
Kubernetes is like a pretty vast. Okay. Even though if we cover 5 days continuously, the topics will not get over. But we have a 4 hours, and in the 4 hours, I will cover in a certain way that you will not be scared to talk to any Kubernetes expert. Okay, so they will say, hey, I'm using this, and you have to do this, and you'll be very confident, comfortable listening to them and also expressing your things. So that is a objective you will gain it from here, this session. But end to end sessions, so we have around 20 hours of session already in LMS. You can go and it's a freely available to everyone, so you can go to and watch all this video, and then it will help you. Same goes with the Terraform also.
So we'll also be doing a practical or only theoretical session in your training.
None of my training will have a theoretical except the first class, which is today. So every training I will show you only demo, and that will be recorded and shared with you. So we will not waste time too much on slides and stuff like that.
Okay, thanks.
That's the reason I'm so let's say if you have a 4 hours of session, if you ask me, because I deliver the corporate programs also, 4 hours of session is equal to almost 1.5 day or 2 days of corporate session, because here first thing we are not losing time in the lab, second thing I'm not using the slides, directly get into the implementation side.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you.
more questions, guys?
Sir, for like different tools, you will like with different topics, you will show the tools and we'll get the overview of it, and then you're saying that we can get the in-depth knowledge by going into
Right,
LMS,
yes,
right?
yes.
And this would happen with all the tools that you have mentioned here.
No. I think you misunderstood about my statement. I said I will each and every topics I will cover at the intermediate level in a certain ways, reducing the wastage of time. For example, one of the ways to kill the time is like running a lot of slides. Okay, and then show you the demo and then lab followed by all the stuff here. So my approach is little bit different. So let's say Jenkins or Terraform, and every trainings will be at a intermediate level or essential level. But some of you wants to gain more knowledge, in depth knowledge. In that case, you have to refer the LMS, and let's say 4 hours of class we have in Terraform, but slow and steady class recordings we have available in LMS for 18 hours, 20 hours, 30 hours or so, like that.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
More questions, guys?
So
Okay.
how can we get that LMS access?
Everything will be done by Patrick or other coordinators whom you are in touch with it. So maybe by Monday and so on, he will be should be doing. So bunch one to one him, and he will get your work done. No problem. Okay. So guys, from tomorrow onwards, we will get into the tooling part. I'll not give you the more jargons and Guru Gyan, because I think more or less you understand what I am expecting from all of you. I'll give you the assignment through WhatsApp, and honestly, you have to do that. Don't skip it, and same time, don't copy from someone else places. Okay, because everything is available in the internet. So this assignment is not to find a fault in you, but it's just to you to be prepared for your interviews or project or whatever it is. Okay, so I'll send you by night. I'll send you all the assignments and all stuff like that. And with honesty, you have to do that. Before that, I would like to get one work done because that is needed. So I'll just stop the recording